What's Hi, I'm Austin with Scale My Tech, and welcome to our blog where we review products and give helpful tips and tricks to online marketers and online business owners. So today we're going to be reviewing WP Engine. We're going to start by talking about the features and the pricing, and then I'll tell you what I don't like about it. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to ask the important question, is this? So WP Engine markets their product as hassle-free WordPress hosting. What does that even mean? So basically what's different from WP Engine as compared to other hosting platforms, it has a higher level of services that allow you to interact with the WordPress installs. So instead of having a server and having to understand cPanel and having to understand like how to SSH and how to code, and it kind of strips away all the technical complexity out of managing your hosting. In my opinion, WP Engine has really had WordPress users in mind specifically when they were building their service. So it's a little bit more expensive than standard hosting or shared hosting, but there's good reason to that. There's a lot of value that you get out of not having to manage a lot of the technical aspects of your hosting. So let's take a look at the WP Engine dashboard and some of the features and tools that they use. And you can see that it's actually really quite easy to use. And after that, we'll go into some of the things that I don't like about WP Engine.
Okay, so this is my WP Engine dashboard here. I use WP Engine for all of my WordPress sites that I drive any amount of traffic to. So the first thing you'll notice is that the dashboard shows you a list of all the installs, the IP addresses of those installs, and a daily average of visits for each of those installs, as well as daily average of bandwidth usage. So that's basically everything on the main dashboard. When you click on one of the installs and drill deeper, this is what you see. So once you click on one of the installs to drill deeper, you'll see that same information that we saw on the dashboard about the visitors and the bandwidth, as well as your SFTP logins. So you can create logins for developers or content creators or anyone else that you want to have access to the site. Of course, this is separate from the actual WordPress login itself, which you'll have to create those accounts within WordPress. On the left here, you see all of these options underneath the install. You have domains where you can add and remove subdomains, the CDN where you can pay $10 a month to have a content delivery network for your WordPress install, which basically just caches some aspects of your site, which makes it load a lot faster. So that might be worth an extra $10. Redirect rules, which allows you to forward traffic to and from other sites. And then there's the backup points. So WP Engine backs your WordPress install up every day. So they take a full snapshot backup of your site. So I kind of equate this to like System Restore in Windows or like a Time Machine backup in Mac. So it basically rolls back your entire site to the way that it was in the past, which is great if you mess something up on the site. There's error logs, git push, SSL, this is where you go to manage all of the SSL certificates for your site. If you have any secured member areas of your site or an e-commerce store, you would obviously need to have an SSL so that data, that confidential customer data, is encrypted. And then there's the phpMyAdmin, which lets you manage the database. So this is where you would go to edit your database and run queries and things like that. So that's basically it for the installs, the detailed view of the installs. There's one other view that I'm not going to go into because it's super basic. The users, if you click on the users, you can create new user accounts and give them certain permissions to access your WP Engine dashboard. Okay, so really quick, this is the pricing for WP Engine. The first thing you'll notice here is the personal plan at $29 a month, and for that you get one WordPress install, 25,000 visits a month, unlimited data transfer, and 10 gigs of local storage. So if you have a WordPress blog or a WordPress site that's getting a decent amount of traffic and you're looking for the ease of manageability and the performance and speed that WP Engine offers, then this is a great option for you. It's pretty affordable. If you're just getting started with your first blog, this might be a little too expensive because you could get like a shared hosting plan for $5 a month at GoDaddy or Bluehost. The only other issue with this personal plan here is that one time when I was migrating a site for a client, they needed an SSL installed, and the personal plan actually does not let you have any SSLs at all whatsoever. So you know if you had like an e-commerce store or a secured members area, you cannot use the personal plan at all. The professional plan is the plan that I have. It lets you have 10 WordPress installs, 100,000 visits a month, unlimited data transfer, 20 gigs of local storage for $99 a month, which is exactly what I need and exactly what I'm looking for, since I have a lot of WordPress sites that I drive a lot of traffic to, and I want those features that make WP Engine a unique service. And then, of course, there's the business plan here that's $249 a month. That includes 25 WordPress installs, 400,000 visits a month, unlimited data, and 30 gigs of local storage. And then if you have an environment that's even bigger than 25 WordPress installs, you can talk to WP Engine and they'll create a custom solution for you.
Okay, so here's some of the things I don't like about WP Engine. So $29 a month for a single installation of WordPress and a limit on the number of people that can visit your site. I just think that's not very valuable. You can get a $5 or $10 a month hosting plan from GoDaddy or Bluehost or one of the cheap shared hosting providers, and I just think that would be a better solution for somebody who's just getting started. Now, if you have a single installation and you get a lot of traffic and you like the usability features that WP Engine adds, then hey, it might be a good idea for you. But if you're just getting started, don't really like the price points there. So a couple of other things that I don't like about WP Engine. There are two big issues with WP Engine that affect SEO or search engine optimization just right out of the box with WP Engine. The first is improperly set up subdomains. So that can reduce your ranking in Google. And also the CDNs aren't configured properly out of the box. So those are two issues that can really affect search engine optimization and ranking in Google. But all of those issues can be fixed with a few hours of looking through the guide that we've included at the bottom of this page. So yeah, it's kind of cumbersome, but it's something that you can work through. Also, another issue with WP Engine, probably the most pressing issue in my mind as far as making a purchase decision, is this going to be right for me, is disallowed plugins. So WP Engine disallows certain plugins so that you're not competing with their products they already offer. So caching plugins, backup plugins, plugins that have the same functionality as services that WP Engine already offers, they're not going to allow those plugins. And then also any plugins that are going to cause excessive load on their servers, they're also going to totally disallow those. So broken link checkers, anything that has a lot of push and pull from the SQL database, anything like that is not going to be allowed. In fact, it'll be automatically removed by a maintenance script that WP Engine has. So I've also included a link at the bottom of this video that lists all of the disallowed plugins. So make sure you check that list before you go and move in with WP Engine, because you just might find that some custom plugin that has some kind of obscure functionality might not work. So make sure you check that. So here's what I like about WP Engine. First off is the automatic virus removal service. Totally free service that they include, where if your site gets hacked or if there's some malicious attack and there's any malicious code that's left in your site, they'll remove it for free. So that's a pretty cool feature. Also, another thing I really like about WP Engine is daily backup checkpoints. So WP Engine makes an automatic backup on a daily basis of your entire site. So if you mess something up or if you need to revert back to an earlier date, just a few clicks and it's done. So the third thing that I like about WP Engine is just the fact that they really understood the perspective of the WordPress user when they designed their site and their interface. They make it very easy to use, very common functionality that you need when you're working with WordPress, and they also strip out a lot of the technical complexity. So I really like that they had us in mind when they were putting this thing together. So that is one of the things that I like about them. Okay, so is WP Engine a good buy for you? I think if you're just getting started, the $30 price point is a little too high. I would go look at a shared hosting plan that's probably cheaper. Now, with that said, if you get a lot of traffic or if you have a site that demands high performance, maybe that 30 bucks is a justifiable expense. Also, if you're a power WordPress user and you have multiple sites and performance, response time, and reliability are really important to you, then WP Engine is probably a good solution. If that is you, just make sure that you check the disallowed plugins list to make sure that there aren't going to be incompatibilities when you move over. So thank you guys for watching our review of WP Engine. Please check us out at scalemytech.com. And if any of this technical stuff is a little too complicated or if you need some help, we're always here for a free consult and we're always here for a call. So just let us know if there's anything that we can do to help you. Thanks.